gentlemen, behold eBay.
Ahoy hoy, I'm Angel and this is MP28 Hot Rod from the Transformers 1986 movie, and he looks fucking gorgeous. Let's get this out of here. So this little car brings a couple of things. Let's get a little bit closer there so you can see how pretty it is. So first of all, he brings this. It's a fishing pole because there's a scene in a movie where he fishes with the kid character, whatever. He has his two blasters, which look pretty damn good. They have these double ports here because he can actually tap them onto the car mode and hold them in bot mode, obviously. They are casted with a lot of details and they look really fucking good. I don't know if you can tap them together, so I know that that's something like Hot Rod usually can do with his guns, but not these apparently. But that's a-okay. He also has the pizza cutter, which, you know, it's a thing. I think he uses it in the movie. I don't know. I've seen that movie exactly once and I hated it. And last but not least, and probably most importantly, he has a collector's card that you all know that I love to collect, and this one looks pretty damn good. He has amazing fucking stats. I wish I could read this. So this car looks sleek, looks great, cleans decently underneath. You don't usually display cars from the bottom, so it doesn't really matter how it looks on the bottom. It works from the side, it works from the front, it works from the back, so it just works. And it actually has a couple of gimmicks in it. That's pretty cool because you can open this up. He has a trunk, and you can store a matrix in there. This is the matrix from my Nemesis Prime. Just stuck it in there for the video. I don't know if I'm gonna let him keep it or return it to MP10. Besides that, you can actually put his guns on the car mode. Tap them up here. And you all know I adore weapon storage. So yeah. And then you can open up this and you can stab in a gun here. But something you can also do, which looks fucking ridiculous, you can tab in the pizza cutter to the front. And that looks ridiculous and that looks stupid, but that's how I display him when he's in car mode. Because I am a fan of, what's the name of that video game? Twisted Metal. I fucking love Twisted Metal. And this looks like a car that could belong in Twisted Metal. However, I do have one huge gripe with the car mode. You know how a lot of YouTubers like to say he rolls like a champ? This dude does not roll that well. And the reason is the bottom is, you know, just a little bit of a scuff here. This was me trying to roll it on the floor, because like I always test it on the floor. I put the car on the floor and I try to roll it. This one doesn't really. If you hold it from the back, yeah, because the back rolls fine, but the front, everything gets in the way, sadly, so it doesn't really roll that well. And I checked, it's properly transformed, at least from all the videos I've seen, and that's a shame. A transforming car that doesn't roll, that doesn't really work for me. Other than that, he looks great, feels great. I love that you can put all the weapons on it. A little bit of the chrome here is fading. I don't think the camera can capture it. Yeah, there you go. You can see like the chrome is fading a little bit. But this is a very old figure that I actually got off of eBay for a decent price. So, okay, I'm gonna transform this dude so we can continue on, and I'll see you guys soon. how quickly I forget. Let's move on to some size comparisons before we keep going. Here he is next to a mainline Prime. That's a huge bitch. It's a huge car next to it. And I have to keep saying I love all the weapons on it. You can't store this anywhere, not that you would want to, because that would be even stupider, but whatever. I'm probably gonna throw this away. And now here he is next to MP10. Let me move back a little bit so you can have an idea how big he is next to MP10. Decently sized, I'd say. Decently sized. Look at that. Now that we're done with the size comparisons, now I'm actually gonna go ahead and it's a really good car, man. Like Hot Rod is a really fucking good car. Okay, now that we're done with the size comparisons, now I'm gonna go ahead, transform him, and then we can talk about the transformation and the bot mode. Be right back.
Who's that robot? Behold, Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, arise.
And here he is. His transformation is actually pretty fun, and I enjoy it a lot. It's something I can see myself doing it back and from. I've only transformed it like twice already, but I already learned this transformation scheme completely. As you can see, he can hold his pizza cutter in one arm. Really nice, using this tab that is here when you have the arm, the hand tucked in. So that's pretty fucking, come on, give me your fucking hand. That's pretty fucking good. Sadly, all his weapons cannot be stored in bot mode. Sadly. So you can either have the two guns or just a gun and the pizza cutter. And I'd rather have both guns out than the pizza cutter. That's just me. I think he looks much better with the two guns. That said, besides being able to use the pizza cutter, a couple of gimmicks that this guy actually has, they're pretty fucking cool. You can obviously still have the Matrix there. In this case, he has the Matrix of Chaos. I think that's the name of the evil Matrix. I don't fucking know. That's an issue tabbing it there because the Matrix is there. I think, yeah, the Matrix gets in the way, so you can't like really close this up that well, but that's fine. Besides that, something that he has that I fucking adore, you can open up his cranium and pull out his glasses, and I think that's makes him look very sophisticated. Makes him look very sophisticated. I love that. I love gimmicks like these. It's so fucking cool. Like I said, the transformation, yeah, sure, he has like a weird backpack, but I don't know, dude. It kind of works for me. I've seen worse backpacks than this. Kind of works for me. Other than that, the articulation is the minimum you could expect, and I don't mind it at all. You can totally use this as a reverse butterfly joint, so that's pretty cool. It actually has full articulation at the elbows, and that's pretty great. The head can go up, can go down, obviously turn, no side to side, sadly, but that's okay. Waist swivel, ab crunch, a very weak ab crunch, sadly. It just like, you know, it's just that he doesn't take much to. And that to me is blech. That to me is very blech. Other than that, thigh swivel, double bent at the knees, and that's pretty cool. You can, if you give this guy a stand, you can totally get some really cool poses. So that's pretty cool. Up and down at the ankles. He actually has up and down at the ankles, and very. That's from the previous owner. Jesus Christ. That's pasties, probably because he had it somewhere. That's disgusting. Anyways, up and down on the ankles, which is surprising, and very limited ankle tilt, but I haven't had any issues with the poses I like to have him in. What I have had issues is, however, the hip joints. The hip joints are very, very, very loose, and that is an issue. And from what I gathered, it's a widespread issue with this mold. Not just my copy, even though it's used, it's just an issue that it has, and that is very, very mucho sad. Other than that, yeah, sometimes when I try to pose him, he has spread his legs by himself. Like I've had him on display, and just like a little bit of pressure, he goes like this, and that's stupid. Shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen. Other than that, he usually just stays very well. Oh yeah, and hand rotation. The wrist rotation, I mean, and the wrist can actually go in and out like a little bit. So that's, you know, if you need it for posing, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. He has basically everything I could want, with the exception of ratcheted hip joints, or tighter hip joints at the very least. Besides that, I really like this dude. I like how he looks. I could have used a little bit, I don't know, something else on the legs. I know it's screen accurate, but these legs, they bore me. They look very, very, very boring. It's just, I don't know, like, there's details all around the chest, the arms to break the sculpt, and then here is just orange and then gray, and that's it. There's like very minimal molding. It's a little bit at the knee and at the knee protector, but it's very, very minimal. Very boring. Other than that, he does clean well. Look, it's like there's molding detail here in the back. Why couldn't I get some molding detail in the front as well? I'm just saying. And again, I know this is a very old figure. He just bent by himself again. Whoop! There we go. Let's get to some size comparisons, so then we can just go on to the ending. Just stand there. Stand there and look pretty. And there you go. Here he is next to Mega Man X. See, he way taller than X. Love this figure. Here he is next to a plushie of my wife, because I love her so much. She actually has a Instagram account, and she does customize the plushies if you want. Shameless plug, but you know, it's my wife. Here he is next to Mainline OP. So you could totally like have this guy as Rodimus Prime because of the size. I guess if that's something you want. I'm you know, I'll get to that later on. Oh, look at that. He fell backwards. He fell backwards. Don't do that. Yeah, the ankles are very, very fucking loose, and that's a shame because ankles are very loose. I love this guy, but he has his issues. Here he is, of course, next to MP10, the all-important MP10, who is why are you looking down, dude? There we go. There we go. There he is next to MP10, and just push the camera back a little bit so you can actually see them together. Together. Okay, there we go. Nope. There we go. And as you can see, MP10 just towers over MP28, which I'm guessing it's screen accurate. I guess. Again, I'm not an expert. Don't care either. Here he is next to my last review. Fans Toys spoiler. I do wish he was taller. I do wish that. Personally, I think I would have enjoyed him even more was he taller. That's it for the size comparison. So first of all, I enjoy this dude. I actually do. But I can't give him more than a 6.5 out of 10, cause he just has some issues that I don't agree with. You know, accessories, he has all the accessories you might want. I love the gimmicks. The gimmicks this dude has are awesome. When you actually transform him, these little things pop out, turbines, some sort, and they look pretty cool. Again, I enjoy that. I really do enjoy that. Materials wise, it's Takara Tomy. The materials are fine, especially for the time. Again, this is a very, very old figure. However, the hardware, it's very lacking. Even back then, some people had ratchets, the very least tighter things. The build is not the best. Not everything. At least here, it's not tabbing. Even though, you know, you're using this, and it's meant to be used for that, but it doesn't tab properly once you use it for its intended purpose. And the ab crunch being that loose is just disgusting. And again, the hips being so loose to the point that he falls, it's inexcusable. Presence and pain, he does command the presence. He does call the attention in a good way, I feel. And the articulation is what you might want. The transformation on this dude is actually fun. And I don't mind this. Again, I don't mind the backpack. I actually like it. Sure, these things stick out on the sides, but I personally, I still think it's fine. The alt mode, look, I enjoy that you can tab in all his weapons in the alt mode, but the fact that this dude can't roll in alt mode is unforgivable, so I'm docking a whole point just because of that. And I got this guy for about $78 on eBay, which to me was nice. I was told that, you know, usually this dude, and I have checked, this dude actually goes for way higher than that, especially new. Even used, I have not seen it used official for less than 150. So the fact that I got it for 78 was pretty good. So to me, he is only sort of worth it. Only sort of worth it. Not completely worth it. Not at all. Because he does have his glaring issues. I know legs, hip joints this loose kills figures for some people, and I know backpacks this big kills figures for some people, though I actually don't mind this backpack in particular. That said, 6.5 out of 10 in total, marginally above average, I'd say. I don't regret getting it. I'm very happy with it. I can see myself playing with it for hours on end. And I just realized, Can you tell? The Autobot symbol is a little bit off center, but just like by a smidge. Oh, and that irks me now. That irks the fuck out of me now. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Thanks for hearing me ramble, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.